Your money needs to have a job. Every dollar that you have, it needs to have a job, and a job needs to be to go get you more money, right? So if you're working on your feet, then that means you're only able to get as much money as the work you're able to put in. So, that means you're limited. You're not able to be in multiple places at multiple times. But if your money is making money for you, now you're able to make a lot of money because now, your money is working for you. All right, so in this video, we're gonna be talking about the real reason most businesses fail and how to avoid it, right? So first thing I need y'all to do, I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Get the channel active, and I'm gonna keep dropping this type of value. So boom, 98% of business owners fails due to a lack of capital, right? So the reason most businesses fail is just because you don't have enough money, right? You're trying to use your own money, you're trying to use your own savings, you might be using your 9-to-5 money and trying to use that to be able to grow your business. And in reality, that's not gonna be the way that it works. You hustling backwards, right? So we're gonna be going over the exact way of how to be able to fix this, how to avoid this if you haven't already done it. And I'm gonna be telling y'all the story about, how I learned all of the things that I'm gonna be giving y'all, because I was once doing the same thing that y'all was doing. All right, so as a lot of y'all know, or if y'all don't know, I used to have a clothing brand, right? So when I had this clothing brand, I was using my money from when I was in the military. I was in the Army, I was stationed in the Army for 4 years. Cool, so while I was doing all of that, I was using my own checks, and my checks wasn't a lot, but I was taking all of my money from that and was investing that into my craft, right? And it wasn't being able to grow at the pace that I knew it could, So boom, a lot of the reason that y'all businesses aren't where y'all wanted to be is because y'all don't have enough money to market. Y'all don't have enough money for systems and operations. So y'all basically hustling. Y'all really don't even have a business. So that's why most businesses fail, because they don't have enough money to be able to really be able to grow their business. In order to have a business, you need to have systems in place, because a lot of y'all are too stuck in y'all business, right? So y'all thinking y'all business owners, but y'all really just high paid, self-employed people, right? So in order to run a business, you need to figure out a way to be on top of your business. And the only way you're able to do that is by having your money work for you, right? But it's going to be an issue if you don't have enough money for it to be able to work for you. I was using my own money. I was using it to buy t-shirts. I was taking the t-shirts and we was doing drops, so we would be doing drops. And I would be taking my money, recouping my profits, and then reinvesting it back into, into my craft and everything like that. But then it came to a point where, okay, cool. I tested my product, and my product ended up choosing to be proven. So one thing before a business, before you just go ahead and dump a lot of money into business, you need to make sure that it works. You need to be able to test the theory. What I mean by test the theory is you have to test. At first, your business is just an idea. It hasn't been proven. You're not sure if the market just wants it. A lot of y'all will think that y'all have this crazy business idea, but nobody really wants it. It's just something that you think would be a good idea. You have to test it to the market. You have to see if the market really wants it. If the market really wants it, then you have a decent idea. So now it's time to go ahead and move on to the next phase of business, right? So cool. Now you know that the audience wants it. Now you need to figure out, how can I be able to scale this up and be able to grow this, right? So the only way to be able to do that is, once you test your product, you know that it works. Out of, let's say, 100 people, you have a t-shirt, they like it, cool, it's doing good. Now, in order to really be able to take your business to the next level, you need to get that in front of more eyes. Your business is not going to get to a point where it's able to really be able to grow for you to be able to hit 6 and 7 figures if people only know about it, let's say, from a local or a small area, right? So if people in a small local area, everybody loves your business, everybody loves your product or whatever you were selling, whatever service or anything that you're doing, then if you get it in front of, let's say, the whole state or the whole tri-state or, a whole region, now you're able to make more money, because out of every 10 people that see it, 2 people like it, and they're going to end up deciding to shop with you and purchase with you. So now you're going to be able to make more money, right? So that's very hard to do if you don't have a lot of money. So boom, I was doing this. I was running that same cycle. I said, all right, bet, my business was doing good. I said, it's time to get my audience and start relying on the people that I know, friends, family, and everything like that, in order for me to be able to make sales. So how am I going to be able to do this? And I had to invest into marketing. But I didn't know how to do marketing. One thing that I just told y'all on why a lot of businesses fail is because you're trying to do everything. When in reality, you're not good at everything. You're good at what you're doing. So let's say if you're a clothing brand person, we're gonna keep using it as an example. You're good at graphic designs. You're good at, whatever it is that you're doing in that specific thing. You're good at that. You're not a marketer. You're not this. You're not that, right? So in order to go ahead and really be able to grow a business, you need to go ahead and hire those people that are good in that profession, right? I'm not good at recording, so that's why I hired a cameraman, right? So you need to make sure that you get A players, and A players are people who are really good at what they're able to do, and y'all need to become a team. But in order to do that, if you're trying to use your own money, it makes it very hard because you're working with a limited budget, and you still have to take care of the things that you have to take care of: food, living, clothes, you know what I'm saying? So that's very hard. So that's why you need to set up your business the right way. You need to set up your business the right way. You need to make sure that you're into these banks. You need to make sure that you're very into credit, building out your credit the right way. So now the bank and you are business partners, right? So what I mean by you and the bank are business partners, you tell the bank, hey, I got this idea, it's making me money and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? The bank is gonna say, okay, cool, that's a good idea. How much money do you need for this in order to be able to really get this where you want it to go? Now you and the bank have a good relationship. You've showed them that you have a good product and is able to make some money. So the bank will go ahead and invest into you, and you just pay the bank off. I had a product that was doing very good, and it was doing very good for the small area that I was in. So I said, okay, cool. If this was to get into front of more people's eyes and I start relying on the people that's just around me to be able to purchase and shop with me, then I'll be able to really have a business that is able to grow, and I'll be able to make money in my sleep. That's the key point. You need to be able to make money in your sleep, not on your feet. But you're only able to do that is if your money, you know what I'm saying? One thing that I need to teach you, your money needs to have a job. Every dollar that you have, it needs to have a job. And your job needs to be to go get you more money, right? So if you're working on your feet, then that means you're only able to get as much money as the work you're able to put in. So, that means you're limited. You're not able to be in multiple places at multiple times. It's only so many hours in a day. But if your money is making money for you, now you're able to make a lot of money because now, your money is working for you. All the money that I'm getting from hustling from my clothing brand, I was taking that money and I was putting it into my bank. So now I'm building up good positive deposits with my bank. They're seeing me putting in $5, $10, $15, $20,000 every single month, $30,000 every single month. And they're seeing, okay, cool, he having some motion going on inside of his account. That's good. We're not sure what he really doing, but we're seeing the deposits. We're seeing the direct deposits coming in from Shopify, from his website and everything like that. Now I asked them for a loan. I asked them for a loan of $25,000. But when I asked them for this money, they've already seen that I was able to have more than $25,000. I asked them for the money. You know what they did? They gave me the money. So now I was able to make investments without risking my own money. The power of that is the difference in hustling and being a business owner, because now I didn't have to say, if I spend this money and I don't make it back, what's going to happen, right? So you still need to make smart and calculated, investments when you're trying to do these things, but you're not going to be as tied to the money because you're looking at everything like it's an investment. Your goal is to, of course, pay these people back. But one thing about cash is once you spend it, it's gone, right? So with credit is, it's based off of your relationship with the bank and everything like that. And so I was able to get this money, got the $25,000. So now I was able to invest more into inventory. I was able to invest into a marketing team. I was able to invest into marketing, right? So now I took my expertise, and the first thing I did, I bought a mentorship to try to learn how to do it myself. Cool, learned a lot of information, was able to make some money. So now off of that investment, let's say I spent $2,500 on a mentorship, that $2,500 might have made me $25,000. So now I didn't even have to pay for the mentorship or the information out of my own pocket. So I took my credit, I leveraged my credit, and was able to get some money from the bank and was able to pay that off and be able to keep the profits though. You're keeping the profits. You're not having to give the bank a percentage of the profits that you're making because the bank is your business partner. They're not all into your business and saying, oh yeah, boom, boom. If you were to, let's say, go with somebody else and they're going to say, all right, how much money you making? Now you might be taking a 50% loss because you don't have the money, when instead you could build up your credit and you could be your own bank, right? So if you don't want no pocket watchers or everybody inside of your pockets, you need to make sure that you're your own bank. That's why when you have the money, you have access to money, you have the leverage. A lot of times people get finessed and they get, like fucked over for real, because you don't have no money. So you don't have no money, so you don't have no leverage. So you really don't even have a say so, right? So now once I seen that it worked, I tested the theory was working. Now I said, okay, cool. I want to hire somebody that's a professional. I know that this works because I learned the basics, but also when I go and I hire somebody, when I'm talking to them and choosing the right A player on my team, I actually know what to look for. So I'm making an educated decision. I'm not just over here just making a rash decision, and the whole time somebody could fast talk you and you don't even know what you're talking about. So one thing, a lesson from that is y'all need to do research. You need to do research and you need to be informed on your decisions that you're going to be making. If someone tells you some information, you need to go verify that information. So now you're knowing that you're not going to be finessed. If you don't know what you're talking about, anybody could finesse you and they could tell you anything, and you're going to go for it because you don't know no better. And a lot of times y'all too lazy to go and read and look into things on your own, right? One thing that y'all need to take from that, if you're trying to get somewhere, you need to go lock in with people who have already been there. Stop trying to figure out everything on your own. Stop trying to go down a path that you've never been down before. Stop asking people for advice that never have been where you're trying to go. Why would I ask someone that is 300 pounds how to get a six pack? If they knew, they would do it for themselves, right? So you need to go get around people that are already in the position that you want to be. The result that you're trying to so desperately get is nothing for them. It's a regular day, because that is going to make you go further, and you're going to elevate, and you're going to be able to get those results a lot faster. So hire this marketing person. Now I have the marketing person running my ads, so I'm paying them $3,000 per month for the marketing, and then I'm also using a $3,000 minimum budget. I'm spending $100 a day on ads and marketing. But the good part about all of this is I wasn't having to use my own money. I was leveraging the capital that the bank had gave me. So now I'm using that, I'm investing that, I'm using that for the merchandise. I go ahead and I get it. When I get the profits, I use the profits to pay myself, and then I pay off whatever I owe the bank. And now we continue to do this. As I'm doing this, as I'm paying the banks off, the relationship with me and the bank is doing good. So now if I were to come back and ask them for more money in the future, they will give it to me because I'm doing good business with them. And they see that I have a business that is operating good, right? So how can I do this on a scale where it really is making sense? You need to do this by fixing your credit, building your credit, but instead of using your personal credit, you need to use your business credit. If you use your business credit, you can leverage this money because it can be 0% money. So all 0% money means is for 12 months, 18 months, 21 months, depending on the bank, you can get this money interest free. So instead of, let's say on a personal credit card, where it might be 15% interest for whatever you're using this money for, it will be 0% interest, which means that the exact amount of money that you borrow is the exact amount that you have to pay. You don't have to pay anything extra, right? So now it's like you got $50,000 and it's like, just give me $50,000 back in a year and we're good. The power of that is crazy. Nobody else is going to be able to do that for you. So y'all need to make sure that y'all locking in, fixing your credit, building your credit. And once you start taking these principles and using your money to make money for you, hire professionals, hire people who, you know what I'm saying, actually are the best in what they do. Of course, that's in your budget, right? You know, you don't want to sit here and just try to go for multimillionaires if you're on that level yet. You know what I'm saying? You need to make it make sense. You have to crawl before you can walk. Once you see that it works, now you go ahead and you put more money into it, and then you just keep going and keep going. Like I said, y'all need to make sure that y'all taking educated decisions in everything that y'all doing. Y'all need to make sure that y'all doing research in everything that you're doing. And you need to make sure that you have a system and a blueprint that is already working, right? So once you have those things, you're going to be able to make a lot of money, and your business will not fail because now you have access to a lot of money, and now you have access to, because you have this money, now you have access to people that are very good at doing what they're doing. So once you take this money to be able to pay the professionals, you're just a person that's in the middle, right? So now you're able to just be a visionary on top of your business and be on top of your business. And now you're a real boss, a real CEO, a real entrepreneur. You're not sitting here trying to do everything under the sun. You're just doing what you're good at. Whatever you're good at, that's what you do. For everything else, you delegate and you hire. That's what real bosses do, and they have their money work for them, right? And they have people who don't have the money do those things for them, you know what I'm saying? So, or not that don't have the money, but that do the task for the set amount of money. Now it ends up making sense, right? Because this person they love what they do, so now they're able to make money at what they do, and everything else, they're able to have their money working for them inside of their business, right? So appreciate y'all for watching the video, man. If you need to figure out how to get access to high limit business funding, 0% business funding, what banks and everything like that, access to my specific bank relationship managers to be able to get you approved for $50, $75, $100,000, 0% for 12, 15, 18, 20, 21 months, make sure you click in my bio, join my Rich for Life University, and send me a message, and I got you.